our defense is one of the best in the league, and they didn't look the best in the league at parts last season because they were on the field the whole game.
Right.
You need to come up with the best ways possible to keep the ball. Now, Najee going, that hurts. I don't honestly have too much of a problem with our running back core with, what's his name, who we drafted?
Caleb Johnson?
Yeah, Johnson. Yeah, I don't mind him. And then we got Gainwell and Jalen Warren. I don't mind those running
I agree.
backs.
But Najee was good, man.
He was.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of JL Sports World. Today we've got Nick Haynes on here. He played football in high school. Do you currently play cricket, or did you play cricket?
Yeah, I've been playing pretty much my whole life. So.
Oh, okay. So cricket player, football player, and big sports fan. So Nick, how you doing today? And thank you for taking some time to hop on, man.
Yeah, of course. Not doing too bad. Appreciate the opportunity here.
Yeah, for sure, dude. For sure. What's new in your life? How's life treating you? What have you been up to recently? Floor is yours.
Yeah, not too much. Currently working at a car dealership. I detail cars. Working on. I'm going back to school soon for a sports management degree. So hopefully I have that starting up in August. And other than that, just grinding, saving money.
That's awesome, man. Good to hear. Now, I mentioned you played, we'll start with high school football. You played high school football, and you live just outside of Philly, right? You said?
Yeah, like half an hour from Philly, yeah.
So just outside of Philly, how did you adapt to the cold on Friday night, Friday nights when you played? And did you personally do anything unique or different out of the ordinary to adapt to the conditions?
In terms of conditions, in terms of what?
The cold.
The cold, yeah.
Snow.
Yeah, I mean, so for my senior year, which was 2021, so like a little bit after COVID, our season was obviously delayed because of that. So we had to play like late into the winter. And to be honest, especially being a kicker, the most important thing is keeping your feet warm, because when your feet get warm, when your feet get cold, you can't kick the ball far. Like you can't feel your feet, can't make good contact and everything. So, I had hand warmers and feet warmers stuffed in my shoes, which, as well as helping with the heat, also helped with kicking, because it makes your shoe tighter, makes your cleats tighter, so you get better contact. Just like I always felt like I could kick it further when I was barefoot, just because of the rock hard contact with the ball. But when it came to snow, I mean, there's not too much you can do. We were allowed to clear the whole path of the ball to where it would be held in the snow. We were allowed to clear that before we made a field goal or extra point or kickoff or whatever. But other than that, I mean, it just takes a whole another level of focus. It's, to have in the back of your mind that the conditions are against you, and you're going to be somewhat held back because of the conditions. It's a whole different mind game. So my whole preparation was, I'm always by myself, either down on a knee or standing doing my practice kicks. Um, it's a long, hard process. It definitely takes a lot out of you, but yeah.
Did you ever slip on a field goal?
Never on a field goal. On kickoff, yes. Never on a field goal.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I don't know anything about playing in the snow, man. Living in Florida my whole life, like I don't know a thing about it. Thankfully, I don't know a thing about it. Is it fun?
I mean, it
It has to be a
has
little fun.
It is. It is. Kickoff is a lot more fun in the snow, especially if someone breaks through the line, because then you get to make a tackle. I mean, when I played JV, I played a little bit of defensive end and a little bit of running back too. So we had a couple games in the snow, and it's fun on that side of the ball, like playing offense, defense, sliding around. It doesn't hurt as much like falling on the turf or scraping your leg on getting turf burn or this and that, but It is fun for the most part. Yes.
Yeah, it seems like I said, it does kind of seem fun, but it seems like you said, it seems like it works against you, for
Yeah,
sure.
definitely it does.
Yeah, for sure. Now, staying in the football realm, let's talk about the NFL a little bit. Um, our guy Ben Roethlisberger, we're big Steeler fans, of course. So
Yep,
our guy,
yep.
Big Ben Roethlisberger, he was on his podcast and he made a statement that he'd take prime Aaron Rodgers over Patrick Mahomes. Who are you taking, prime Aaron or Mahomes?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, wow. That's a question. I think, to be honest, when it comes to talent and mentality, I don't think you can get better than Patrick Mahomes.
Really?
I personally think Tom Brady was an all-time winner, great team player, and yeah, he knew what it took to win. But I think when it comes to talent and mentality, the best quarterback that I've seen is Patrick Mahomes. So
Yeah.
take nothing away from Aaron Rodgers' time with the Packers and all that, but I'm taking Mahomes any day of the week.
It's tough, man, because I think it's also a generational thing though, because you and I have gotten to experience the Rodgers, the Bradys, the Mannings. I mean, even even Russell Wilson. Like, you know what I mean? We've gotten to experience those prime guys. But
Yeah,
some kid in the seventh grade right now probably thinks that the greatest quarterback of all time is Mahomes. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like, for sure. Personally, I'm gonna have to go A-Rod just because the way he would throw that ball with the flick of the wrist and some of the throws he would make, I don't know, man. The dude.
he does have one of the cleanest throwing actions I've ever seen. I'll say that. Yeah, it's there.
So now, what are your thoughts on the T.J. Watt situation, and do you think he finishes his career as a Pittsburgh Steeler?
I mean, I would hope that the Steelers have enough common sense to offer him that. Because the amount that that guy has put in to lead the team, even through all these horrifically terrible seasons we've been having in terms of the offense and whatnot, um, you know, it's just one of those things you got to look at for me, and you just got to pay the man the money. You know, I hope, I'm not sure at this point because the Steelers have been making a lot of questionable decisions, in my opinion. But I'm not certain that leaves uncertainty in my mind as to what's going to happen with it. I hope it all clears up.
We would have to pay him more than Miles because Miles is up here because he threatened the trade, and then they paid him, so he stayed. So we would have to top that, and usually Pittsburgh doesn't like spending money. That's why I worry a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, they don't, but that's football. You know,
Yeah,
that's what it
you
is
got.
nowadays.
I mean, we spent money on DK and Jalen Ramsey. So,
Yeah,
speaking of, what are your thoughts on the whole Jalen Ramsey trade? The Minkah for Jalen and Jonnu Smith.
yeah, that kind of, I mean, it blew my mind a bit. I mean, Jalen Ramsey is a fantastic corner, and Jonnu Smith is a fantastic tight end. My only thing with that is, I don't think we need a tight end number one. I mean, Fryermuth and Darnell are two top class tight ends who we need to figure out how to use better. And our defense is so overpowered at this point. I
It
would be
seems that
putting
way.
my money into the offense. I understand getting rid of Pickens a bit. I mean, I heard talk that, Tomlin didn't like how his mind was and the things he was doing. So in that sense, I can understand it. But if you want to get rid of having a top class wide receiver one and a top class wide receiver two, you need to then invest in making that better. We don't need the defense is talks for itself.
I agree.
I think it keeps getting better every year. We don't need to keep doing that. We need to get better offense.
I agree. I Yeah, I mean, we got DK Metcalf, but I mean, I don't think one guy can solve all of our problems. You know what I mean? And I think we had a good draft, but we drafted a lot of D line. We got Caleb Johnson to replace Najee. Najee going hurt. That hurt me. I don't know what your thoughts are on that, but I love
Yeah,
Najee.
yeah, I liked him a lot. Very, very good power back, sort of um, similar to Derrick Henry.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I mean, I understand that the Steelers have historically always been defense. We've always won games and won
Run the
Super Bowls
ball.
with running the ball and playing solid defense. But I think if the last few seasons have shown us anything, it's that we need to adapt.
I
That's
agree.
what sports are. The game is not that
Changed.
anymore.
Yeah, right.
Offenses are coming up with all these crazy things to counteract that kind of play, like the tush push and all those kind of crazy abstract plays. You can't win games by defense alone. Our defense is one of the best in the league, and they didn't look the best in the league at parts last season because they were on the field the whole game.
Right.
You need to come up with the best ways possible to keep the ball. Now, Najee going, that hurts. I don't honestly have too much of a problem with our running back core with what's his name who we drafted.
Caleb Johnson?
Yeah, Johnson. Yeah, I don't mind him. And then we got Gainwell and Jalen Warren. I don't mind those running
I agree.
backs.
But Najee was good, man.
He was. Without a shadow of a doubt, that was a surprise to me when I heard he was leaving.
He's gonna ball in LA, in my opinion.
Yeah, they're going to be good this year for sure.
I agree. That hurt him going, but
Yeah.
I think we need to definitely we got to do something offensively as far as the receiver position before the offseason concludes. I like the DK Metcalf acquisition. I understand, like you said, I sort of understand getting rid of Pickens if that was the case, but we need someone like I wouldn't even mind like an Amari Cooper or
Yeah,
I mean I don't know,
just
right.
someone who knows what they're doing.
Or I don't know how good he is anymore, but like a Gabe Davis, but like you said, just kind of someone who knows what they're doing, sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, so you just come in and get that position sorted out.
I agree. So because Russ, I was sort of thinking about this because Russell Wilson played for the Steelers last year, and now Aaron's going to be under center this year. It got me thinking: who would you say at this point in their career has more to prove, Russell Wilson or Aaron Rodgers, and why?
Well, my thing with Russell Wilson is going to the Super Bowl his first 2 seasons back to back. I think that kind of like screwed him up for the future because it put such a high price tag on his name to a point where when he didn't perform, it was everyone was losing their minds because that was the reputation that he built going forward. I think for in terms of Aaron Rodgers hasn't won a Super Bowl, or has he?
He got one against us.
That's right. He beat us. Yeah, I always forget about that Super Bowl.
20 season of 2010, but the Super Bowl was 2011, I believe.
Yeah, so he has his Super Bowl. I think at this point, I think they've both proven what they can. I mean, Aaron's won the Super Bowl. Russ has won the Super Bowl. That's more than a lot of quarterbacks in their careers have done. I don't think Brett Favre won one. There's a lot of great quarterbacks.
I think he won one.
Did he?
I think he's got one. Yeah, but like Dan Marino didn't win one.
Dan
Talking
Marino
about guys who didn't win
one.
any, who were great.
There are a lot of great quarterbacks who didn't win one. So the fact that they've done that is a feat in itself, and the fact that they've been so consistent at passing the ball for the years that they have, I think they're both at a point in their careers where I think that's the problem with the two of them, that they have nothing more to prove. I would say that for both of them because they're both getting old. They're both moving all over the place. I think if I had something to prove at that point in my career, I would be just looking to focus my energy into one place, and not bothering so much about the area. I mean, money is another thing too. Money changes everybody's minds, but I think they've both proven that they're, without a doubt, two of the best quarterbacks that have played in the game. Maybe even inside the top 10, but I don't really think they have that much more to prove at this point in their.
I think that was very well said. I thought you were going to pick one over the other, but I think you kind of said it very well.
Yeah, and I mean the other thing too is it links back to the game changing. Like they're old to play what the game has become. You have to be nimble and and young and, be able to extend plays often. Most every play of a drive, you have to be able to extend a play. When you start getting to their age, you can't really do that. You start to get a little afraid, which is why I wanted Fields starting more often than Russ last season. Because of how our O-line was playing, we kind of need somebody to be able to just that split second longer to be able to throw the ball,
Who's quick?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can understand that. I do definitely think that our offensive line needs some tweaks. Well,
A lot.
we got better, but it still needs more tweaks for sure. I miss the young O line. I miss Pouncey. I miss DeCastro. I miss Prime Villanueva. Like all
Yeah.
those guys, man. I miss those guys.
Yeah, dude. And then Le'Veon Bell running behind him.
Dude, I'm like still. I'll never forgive Le'Veon fully for leaving, but he did come out and he did like apologize to the fans, so I'll give him that.
Yeah, I forgave him for that.
For that, I'm cool with him. But just the fact that it's like the what could have been is like because his best years were in Pittsburgh, hands down.
Without a doubt.
So yeah, I DM'd him asking to be on my podcast, but he didn't reply yet. He saw it, but he didn't reply.
Ah.
I know. I was like, come on, Le'Veon. Actually, I did have a question for you though. Why are you a Steelers fan if you're just outside Philly? Shouldn't you be an Eagles fan?
So, my dad was born in England, grew up in the Caribbean. My mom is full English.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't grow up like really knowing anything about football. I was always soccer and cricket. Those were my things. But when I was little, the very first game of football that I enjoyed watching was Steelers Cardinals.
Oh, okay. Oh, the Super Bowl.
Yep. Yep. And
Santonio Holmes.
yep, that game, I was like 5 years old, and I remember nothing more exciting than watching that game-winning drive. And from then on, that's just how I became a Steelers fan. I looked at that, then I moved around here, around Philly, and I looked at the Eagles fans, and I said, I don't want to be like these guys.
Dude, it's so funny because like people become fans for stupid reasons. Like my dad's a Steeler fan because he loved the Steeler color scheme. Someone he knows is a Raven fan because they were the Ravens on Madden like when they were, you know, younger and they beat them on Madden as the Ravens. Like it's just funny how you become a fan. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
it's so weird though. Uh, so for someone who has no idea anything about cricket except that you hit the ball, you take it with the bat, and you run to the bases, and you knock it down. What are the positions?
So you have batsmen, bowlers, and all-rounders, and a wicket keeper. A wicket keeper is like a catcher in baseball. It's the
Okay.
same thing. So there's 11 people on a team, and there's tons of different fielding positions when you're in the field. Cricket is 360. You can hit the ball anywhere you want to. You can hit it right behind you, straight, left, right, anywhere. Um, so you have your designated batsman who will bat. Like you'll have, say, four batsmen in a team. Then you'll ideally four batsmen, two all-rounders, which are people who specialize in both batting and bowling, one wicket keeper, and then four designated bowlers. Everybody bats in the team, not always, but in order to get a team out, you have to get each person out. So sometimes the batsmen or the bowlers have to come in at the end and bat. Sometimes the batsmen are like part-time bowlers. They'll come on and bowl if situations apply to the situation. But there's no real designated positions. It's kind of like baseball in terms of fielding positions, but it changes all the time. It's not like baseball where you always have first baseman, second baseman, third baseman, and all the
Right.
outfield guys. It can change depending on um, what the captain thinks he wants to do, set a plan to get a certain batsman out or something.
Yeah, when I played cricket, was like the last time I played was like elementary school, just PE or whatever. And
Yeah.
every single time I would hit it, because I played baseball for 14 years, every single time I would hit it, I would always drop the bat, and then I have to run back and go get the bat, and then to actually like go and tag, like touch the thing before they knock it down, and then setting it up was always a pain. But it's actually fun though, to be honest with you. It's actually a lot of fun.
Yeah, dude. I personally think it's the greatest sport in the world. But
How'd you get into it?
my uncle played professionally back in the day. He was part of one of the best teams to ever exist in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
My dad played semi-professionally in the Caribbean and in England. And then once we moved over there for a couple years, I got into it, and it just went from there.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, because like it's weird. Like normally the traditional sports are football, soccer, baseball, and then someone gets into cricket. You're like, how they get into cricket? You know what I mean? Actually, go on one more thing before we wrap this thing up. Two more things actually. Number one, I wanted to say about about Russell Wilson. The fact that the Seahawks are not retiring number 3 at this moment is crazy to me. Like the rookie Nick Haynes is wearing number 3, and he said it's like, oh, I want to honor Russ. He did a lot for this organization. I understand it, but like the guy went to 2 Super Bowls. He won one. Could have been a dynasty, but we all know what happened. He's a 10-time Pro Bowler, and if you turn on the tape, Prime Russ was unbelievable, dude. Like he would make plays that were like looked like they were impossible, and then once the play was actually made, you were like, "Oh my god, of course he made it." Like I don't know how they're not retiring 3. If I'm the Seahawks, I retire 3. I know when he's done, when he's fully done, he's gonna go to the Seahawks, probably sign a 1-day contract and retire as a Seahawk. But the fact they don't retire 3 is kind of crazy to me. I'm not gonna lie.
I would agree. I would agree with that. Yeah, I mean, the amount of plays you look at when they bring up like the next gen stats or like the Amazon probability of a play or something, the amount of times that they use one of Russell Wilson's plays speaks for itself.
For
He
sure.
was like, I would say he was the guy who started this new wave of quarterback, of being able to run and extend plays and throw out of crazy positions, and even just be able to throw them on a dime off balance or midair or something, like Mahomes and Josh Allen do these days. He kind of started that movement. He was the first one I remember watching who was like that. And the reputation that he's built, not only as a player but as a person, he's never really that cocky. He's confident but not cocky. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? He's not arrogant or anything like that. And I think if you have somebody of that quality of a player and that quality of a person, 100% he deserves his number retired.
I think so too, because I saw that rookie wearing it, and I was like, they're not gonna retire 3. Like that. That was just crazy to me, to be honest
Yeah,
with you.
I agree.
That was unbelievable. One more question before we wrap this thing up, and I ask this to everyone at the end. But what goals are you looking to accomplish, whether it be, right now or in the future, and what makes these goals significant and important to you?
So I am, like I said at the beginning, I'm going to school soon for a sports management degree. And then I'm also working on certifications for coaching in both soccer and cricket. Um, and so my plan is to finish up my degree, get certified, then work on getting professionally certified, and potentially moving back over to England and seeing if there are any opportunities over there or something. But my goal is to coach. I mean, I would love to play either of those 2 sports, but the likeliness of that is slim unless I got really lucky. So my plan is to work on coaching, because like I notice with myself when I'm watching sports, I'm always analyzing everything, like stats, the way people move on the field, the way people are using their technique in the sports. I just notice it. It comes to me. I don't know where it comes from. I just realize things. So I want to be able to use those skills, because sports are something that I'm passionate about, that I really care about. And if I can't play them, then I'm going to coach them. You know what I mean?
You sound like me. Dang. You do, man. I feel the exact same way as you do. Like you said, if I can't play him, I'm gonna coach it.
Yeah.
I feel you, man. I feel you. Thank you for taking some time. I greatly appreciate it. This was good. This was fun. It was also good to see you. Good to see your face. Haven't seen you in years. It's been a
Years,
while.
yeah.
It's been a long time.
I don't remember what camp it was.
Yeah, we were at a camp though.
Was it Orlando, maybe?
It was Orlando, but I just forget which one it was. But it was like I think it was during COVID probably. But yeah, man, appreciate you hopping on, and this was fun, man. Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate the opportunity, dog.
For sure, dude.